Hello everybody and welcome back to MechWarrior 3, where we just finished defeating the Battle Mech Factory, and we got 2 Annihilators out of the deal. That is a huge deal. Let's go ahead and head to the next mission, and we'll see about sorting out our salvage and all of the other things once we get there.
Intel considered Operations Area 3 the hard stretch. The plan called for 3 teams in here. Right now it's us. Keith Andrew is still somewhere to the north and hoping to rejoin. We'll hit Team 4's mission area first. Then we strike north, through the areas originally slated for Teams 5 and 6. Moving up through the open territory to hit the city of Durgan and the spaceport just beyond it. Okay, Mission 3 TAC 1. On the left side of the map is a clan training area. Run data feed. We're sitting near these ruins. This facility commands the clan training field. This gap to the left leads to the headquarters building for the training center. And this tunnel is your best place to cross into the next area. The road follows up to this tunnel, our jump-off point for the next mission. Your objectives: the headquarters at Able, the tunnel at Baker, and the tunnel at Charlie. We have detected fixed emplacements here. We have no data on current mech and vehicular threats in the area, but they're probably going to be heavier than we've met so far. I'm trying to direct Keith Andrew into our path, but I think he's too far north to link up this early. Anything you see is likely a target.
Okay, so, heavier than an Annihilator? How exactly are we planning to have that be a thing? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and salvage an Annihilator, for sure. I don't think we need all these Shadow Cats. I want a second Annihilator and maybe the Vulture? Maybe we want to have a missile boat? So like 2 Annihilators and a Vulture. That could work. And we could save like the Orion for this slot. What about weapons? Do we want any weapons here? Well, I don't think we need this many ER large lasers, considering I actually really like the way that the PPCs feel. So I'm going to go ahead and grab an extra Clan ER PPC. We might want to grab a pair of LRM-20s since they are available here, and we're planning on outfitting a missile boat. So let's go ahead and get rid of the large lasers and bring in the LRM-20s instead. What else do we want here? Okay, this all seems reasonably fine. We can then just max out with, say, LRM-20 rounds. Okay, let's head into the mech lab, and I want this to be the Vulture. It's currently outfitted with dual LRM-20s clan, with 240 rounds of ammo each, and quad pulse lasers, 2 medium, 2 large. That actually seems fine stock. Now, this Thor, we're going to swap with an Annihilator, almost certainly. There we go. Now that, by default, has 4 LB-10X ACs, and that's fine. We'll leave it that way for our Lancemate Dominic here. But I want this Orion to also be an Annihilator. I've not seen any, like, timed missions or anything, so as far as I can tell, as of yet anyway, there's no real reason not to just go with the biggest mechs we can. But I think I'm gonna ditch the heat sinks here, I'm gonna ditch the case. Like, we're just gonna ditch everything for right now, and we'll rebuild this mech from the ground up. Anything else in here? Yep, dual pulse lasers in the center. Okay, let's head over into the armor, and I would like to max out the armor first. We are in standard armor. Good thing we've got a ridiculous amount of that in stock. Let's put 19 tons and auto-distribute the points. I don't know of any reason not to hit the auto-distribute button. I mean, I guess if you had like an arm with nothing in it, you could drop armor there, but we're already basically maxed on everything doing it this way. Well, the torsos are not actually. Yeah, we might revisit that later, once we know where everything is going. But for right now, we can go ahead and head into the weapons. And I want to put, I think, in these gun arms over here, I want to put basically in each one an ERPPC. So clan ERPPC in the left and the right arm. And that'll be our primary armament. And then I kind of want to go for pulse lasers in the torsos. So something kind of like, well, maybe we should have a pair of medium pulse lasers in the arms. And we've still got 40 tons to work with. In the left torso, we can put another pulse laser. In the right torso, another pulse laser. And then in the center, we could put the, these take 1 critical slot. We could put 2 small pulse lasers. That said, pulse lasers are better on linked fire. For sure. Maybe we just have the quad pulse lasers, dual ERPPCs, and then put on a bunch of heat sinks. Like, maybe not all the heat sinks, but ooh, a targeting computer. Yeah, we can put on a targeting computer. I was told in my comments that the targeting computer will give us something to aim at, so that it'll tell us where to lead things. That'll be super handy. The other things that we could do is double heat sinks. Clan double heat sinks, and I think we'll put on how many of these? Well, certainly several. Maybe like 1 in each arm. And then 1 in each leg. Now we're at 74.5 tons. We still have a lot of critical slots available. We do have a lot of heat sinks, but maybe we should go for something a little more ballistic? I don't know. We could continue pouring on the heat sinks. If we're going to do that, I would like to put on those small pulse lasers then. So like 1 here, make it 2 in each torso. Like that. And then continue with the double heat sinks. That's 81 tons. 83 tons. We're going to be quite substantially underweight here because of criticals. Theoretically, we could go to single heat sinks, but we have so many more double heat sinks. We're still 15 tons underweight. Where can we put some criticals? Left and right arms, looks like. We've got 1 critical slot in each. We could put AC2s. Drop like a double heatsink in each arm. Run quad ERPPCs. Those are 2 critical slots each. I'd have to feel out how that actually worked in linked fire rather than sequential fire. Quad ERPPCs would be devastating though. And then we have 6 tons left to work with. Well, 5.5. Do we have standard clan? Can we put clan, like, single heat sinks on a mech? Is it just the tech type? We don't have clan single heat sinks, unfortunately. I don't think clan makes single heat sinks even. Okay. Well, we are still pretty underweight. We could just bump up our engine, I suppose. Need to free up half a ton to do that. We're 99.5 tons. Wait, Clan Case doesn't take any tons or any crits? There's no downside to having Clan Case? That's a little insane. And I have to wonder... Oh, it still takes 12 critical slots, so upgrading your engine doesn't take additional criticals. That's interesting. Okay, so we have half a ton to work with. And what do we want to put on here for half a ton? We could just put on an extra, like, small laser or ER small laser. Like this. And then our weapon grouping would be like our ER PPCs would be in weapon group 2. And then all of this would be in weapon group 1. I have no idea what this would look like as far as heat generation on linked fire. But with all these pulse lasers, we want to be on link fire. I mean, this mech is going to be devastating if it doesn't immediately explode. So, there's that. Interesting. Does it immediately explode? How many heat sinks do we have? We have 23 double heat sinks. Compare that to the 15 and 12 that these guys have. 12 to run 2 medium pulse lasers and 2 large pulse lasers, compared to our 4 medium pulse lasers and 4 small pulse lasers, and an ER small laser. For 23 double heat sinks. I'm gonna save this as the "this might be toasty" preset. Okay, I guess I can't put the Y in. It's just going to be "this might be toast." Well, it might be toast. It's true. Okay. So that's saved. And our friend is going to be running the standard Annihilator loadout. Yeah. We actually had a hard time filling the 100 tons. I'm a bit surprised by that. And then our friend for the Vulture will also be running the standard Vulture loadout. Do we want to run one clan ERPPC and that's it? Okay, I guess we'll run this Vulture. Okay, MFB's unable to carry the following items, reallocate in the salvage screen. That's fine. We will allocate that in a moment. Do we want to keep any of this stuff around? I mean, there's some Gauss rifle ammo and a Gauss rifle. We might want to keep that. I don't think we need to keep all of these machine guns around at this point, or all of these large lasers. We'll keep the Gauss rifle ammo and the Gauss rifle. We need a little more tonnage for that. We don't need 33 medium lasers. Okay. Gauss rifle, and we could potentially bring all of this ammo. And then maybe even a bunch of this equipment. Like the Beagle Active Probe might be handy later on. Some more clan double heat sinks, almost certainly going to be handy. Clan case is apparently no downside. Ferrofibrous armor for clans. Yeah, seems good. Okay, are we forgetting anything up here that I really want to keep around? Not particularly. I think we can ditch a Shadowcat and bring in a Thor. In fact, we can probably ditch the second Shadowcat and bring in a Thor as well. And the Bushwhacker and bring in a Thor. 5 Thors and an Orion in storage. I like it. Okay, well, I did spend basically the entire episode setting up that new mech. I hope it doesn't immediately explode when I fire. That would be very awkward. However, I am going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will start this mission. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.